The click is dead. Google search is dead. Okay, Vercel, the company that literally powers a huge chunk of the web, just published its State of AEO report admitting something that a lot of us don't really want to talk about. And that is that 92% of Google searches that show an AI summary now result in zero, that's a big fat zero clicks. The click is dead. And the people who built the web are the ones burying it. So why does this matter right now? Well, 13.14% of Google searches already trigger AI overviews. ChatGPT is doing 5.72 billion monthly visits, and 26% of users end their session the moment they read an AI answer. This isn't like some future trend. The traffic collapse is already happening on your website. You just haven't looked at analytics through this lens yet. So, the mistake most people are making. Business owners are still measuring success by rankings, sessions, and click-through rate. The sales report makes it clear. Those are legacy metrics for a legacy web. We are in a brand new web. Okay, if you're still optimizing for clicks, you're optimizing for a world that 92% of search traffic has already left behind. It's in the rearview mirror. Who this is happening to? Okay, every content-driven business, SaaS blogs, affiliate sites, local service pages, e-commerce, category pages, media publishers. Okay, this is happening. NerdWallet is called out in this particular report. They grew 35% in 2004 despite a 20% traffic decline. That's the new normal. Fewer visitors, and the ones who arrive have already been pre-sorted by an AI. So we're using AI to our advantage as opposed to letting it destroy our business. The mechanism. AI search doesn't retrieve pages. It retrieves chunks. You may have heard of chunking. LLMs break your content into paragraph-sized pieces and then synthesize, if I can say that word, synthesizes them into an answer. Your whole website is no longer a destination. It's raw material for a machine that decides who gets mentioned and who gets buried. So the counterintuitive insight, as it were, the brands blocking OpenAI's crawler to protect their content, which you can do, you may have seen this through Cloudflare, are committing suicide. Vercel is quite blunt in its report. Blocking crawlers doesn't save your content. It erases you from the only system that now matters. So exclusion from the index is exclusion from the wider economy. Here is a pretty concrete example. Think of AI search like a restaurant recommendation. Okay? So 10 years ago, a customer Googled, saw 10 links and chose. Today they ask ChatGPT, where should I eat tonight? And they get 3 names. If you're not one of those 3 names, you don't exist. No matter how good your website, your reviews, how strong your Google business profile, how strong your Google rankings are. So what are most people doing wrong and how can we fix it? More importantly, most businesses will double down on what used to work. We're all guilty of this. More blog posts, more backlinks, more on-page SEO tweaks. But this report, if we dive in, it spells it out. Branded web mentions now matter 3 times more than backlinks. Luckily for us, tier 1 digital PR backlinks are essentially branded mentions. Entity authority has replaced PageRank. The playbook most agencies are still selling is for a web that is already dead. What actually works? You have to become the source AI sites, not the page it crawls. That means structured, chunked content written in the inverted pyramid, FAQ style answers showing up in the place AI actually harvests. Reddit, YouTube, maybe I should do those two the other way around now that YouTube is the most heavily cited source and then Reddit, LinkedIn, podcasts, third-party mentions, and building entity authority through discussion frequency, not link volume. This is the heart of Total Authority's playbook. I would love to dive into it more for you. The first and best thing that you can do if you want to know more about this is get an AI visibility audit. I will leave the link in the description. Please like a comment if you like this content, and let's have a discussion. This is interesting but crazy times, guys.